Good evening, degenerates. How are we this fine Saturday afternoon, evening, whatever it is? What's up, Ash? Air conditioner guy. Oh, I tried to come up with some things to talk about for the stream today. I wonder if I will fail miserably. Had a phone call with my father that I had to take. You only got so many times to talk to the old man, and neither one of us are getting any younger, and so I was like, no, I'm talking to him, and when I get done with that, then I'll do the stream. There's nothing about this stream that is so important that I need to put off talking to the old guy. So let him say what he wanted to say and get all his conversation done, and then come out here and take care of this. I've usually struggled to fill this time up anyway, so hey, you know what? Be nice to your parents. You only get the one set of them and whatnot. So, oh man. So how is everyone doing? I know Ash is working on air conditioning in his truck. I watch his troll his ex. You know, he puts stuff up there all the time. We interact a lot, and yeah, if it wasn't a Ford, you wouldn't be working on it. Just saying. He's probably cussing me right now, I'm sure. If he's even listening, he may have joined in and just turned it off. Who knows? Who knows? So, let me ask you a question. So, you know, I came out. Well, it's mostly waiting on the AC machine to do its thing. Oh well, yeah. You're smoking a cigar. What are you having, man? What are you having? I'm on a Drew Estates Nica Rustica, and I love these. They usually burn really well, and so I like to smoke these while I'm doing the stream because I don't have to keep relighting it. Usually, Wednesday night for some reason I did. I don't know why, but yeah, Deadwood Tobacco Company, Fat Bottom Betty. I have not had one of those. I don't think I've ever had a Deadwood. And for the love of me, you know, Caleb Francis has got a collaboration going on. They're going to come out with some cigars. Is it Warfighter Tobacco? Is that who it is? I'm wanting to say that's who it is. I could be wrong. That's the name that popped into my head. But Sweet Jane is one of my favorites. It's not infused, is it? Because that would explain why I don't smoke them, because I don't do infused cigars. I want my cigars to be tobacco flavored. It's just my thing. And I'll beg, or you don't think so. If you can't tell, they may not be. But usually for Drew Estates, what they do, if they've got one that's infused, it'll actually have like a woman's face painted up like a sugar skull. And that's at least all the ones that I've seen like that are actually infused. And they'll only infuse like the first, like inch or so of the cigar, and then they'll, that's it. Everything else is just regular. But yeah, like I said, most of those will have the band will have a woman's face on it painted up. So I was talking about this episode. Ash, did you see our special guest for the week? And no, it's not Trout. He's the main character in this particular one. Don't say it if you saw it. Just say you saw it. Did you enjoy it if you saw it? If you didn't see it, I'd love to know why not, because it wasn't hidden. It was pretty dead right up in your face. But obviously I'm not going to give it away here, but if you haven't seen this episode, please go and do it. Knew you forgot to do something. Did you really haven't watched it yet? Holy cow. Yeah, I understand. And it's not a long episode. It's only about 5 minutes total from one end to the other, including the intro and the outro. So it's not a long episode. You don't have to, it doesn't take long. But still, I don't know. It's one of those interest. I doubt very seriously that he's going to do a live reaction to it the way JD Delay did to his. So it's okay. It's fine. You'll get to it eventually, right? Get to it eventually. Wearing a new shirt today. This is one of my prototype shirts. So you can see it looks like it's been through the washer a couple too many times. I was trying something with a little bit of a distressed look, and I didn't like that. I might get a drunken Twitter rant. There's very likely, it's possible. I don't know. If I do, I think it'll be funny. If I was worried about how he'd react to it, I don't know if I could live with myself. I do enjoy his content. I've been watching his new show that he's put out, the Dirty Jobs-esque. Was it Underqualified? I think is what it is. He just did the glass blowing one I watched, and he's got a hippie shirt on. I don't know what the hell that thing's about, but whatever. But yeah, I'm enjoying those so far. Try my best not to like yell at the computer, because some of the stuff he's doing, I was like, come on, man. And he appears to be still doing, he's just like hitting people up that are near him, which makes sense. I mean, if I was in that position, I'd be doing the same thing, hitting up people near me. Why? I mean, you can drive all day and still be in Texas, but yeah, definitely go and watch it, man. You need to watch the damn episode. Killing me. My one fan, and you haven't watched it. Oh, let's see. Oh, Finn had sent out, yeah, and they've got he announced on the episode he's doing now that they have an email address now to send, I can't remember what it is. I just watched that episode yesterday and I can't remember. But anyway, if you watch the episode he just came out with, they've got an email address, a Gmail email address for people to send suggestions to, which is probably, better than like trying to aggregate all the crap from all the different social medias. And also, on an unrelated note, it's driving me crazy, but if you see a fly come past, I had to do some lawn care in the middle of all the, coming into town, turning around and then leaving town again. So this morning was grass mowing day, and I had my bay open, uh, my bay door open, and a fly or two got in here. And this light, they love it. So, oh, mercy. So I hope your day's gone well. Hope you didn't have to change any tires or anything today. I haven't seen you complaining about changing tires. So you must not have had to. I'm gonna plug it again as soon as this comes back up. Okay. So, oh, you came over to the shop to do well. Then, hey, you know what? Not working today is great. So I'm going to plug this again. Obviously, they still have some, or they would be marked as out of stock. Please, for the love of all that's holy, somebody, anybody, please go and buy these. Please, pretty please. The guy's got some. He's got them he has them left in stock. I haven't asked in a while how many he has, but I know he has some, and I'm not saying the number because I don't want you guys to go, oh well, I have time. Go get one. Of course, time to. I don't know if I plugged the merch yet on other notes, but you go to the website up here in the merchandise link. You click that, takes you over to merch store. I haven't put anything new out. I in a little bit. I think this the bot guy, JD the bot guy shirt, the version that's better than the one I've got on right now, is that one's not distressed. So that one's up there. It's my next to least expensive shirt on the site. The other shirt is just tan and it has the Forced Valor logo, and that's it. This one at least has something on it. But please buy a shirt. I'll make a whole dollar. The algorithm has forgotten me yet again. We were going along pretty good there. Had a pretty good spike in viewership for about 2 weeks, and it's quite unfortunate, that they were suggesting the videos to actual, on so they would show videos about actual real World War II stuff, and they were suggesting my videos to those people. I will say it did not go well. Didn't really gain any new fans out of that one. People who are wanting to see real stories about World War II. Nah. I had to block a person. First time I've had to block somebody. So, the main character in all my stories, except for like two, is Brandon Herrera. And some asshat gets on my channel and says, go back to Mexico. He was born in the United States, you dipshit, to parents that were in the military. I don't think that person's actually listening right now. I doubt that very, very seriously, but I had to get that one out. It's like block. That I don't understand people. Anyway, so we're currently sitting at 2,358 public watch hours. So Anybody, probably some confused probably, I'm gonna say that, my parents are boomers, and, I like to think of them as being a little bit more hip than your average boomer. But yeah, man, people are dumb. I mean, a lot of people are really just stupid and wasting oxygen. Oh, well, let's see here. So, currently sitting at about 158 subs on my personal channel. I think that's interesting. Honestly, I think I would rather have those over on Kick. So yeah, thanks for showing up there, Ash, man. The monetization on Kick is better, I think, than YouTube. Especially if you're doing things like live broadcasts. I'm pretty sure that they do a much better job of taking care of content creators and people who do broadcasts over there than they do on YouTube. YouTube, I mean, they want to act like they cater to everybody, but you do things like you in order to make any money off of a short, it has to get millions of views, and I'm just not that I'm not that interesting. So you see me trying really hard to keep the cigar going. So we can go through some of the stupidity that has happened. Uh, you guys see the moron Billie Eilish is talking again. Look, Billie, people pay you to sing your stupid songs. They don't pay for you to actually, talk and give people your opinions. You would be well served to just shut up. But Billy says that you know, that that you can't love animals and eat meat. And again, that's a witless, brainless thing to say. I love all animals in different ways. Some of them I love because they are great pets, and many of them I love because they're delicious, especially with like potatoes and gravy. I'm sorry, animals are tasty, and they can have the greatest personality. I mean, I've seen people playing with bulls. I saw a video, and I don't have it handy to show it, but the guy throwing a beach ball over a fence and a bull bouncing around like a dog, and that's great and all, but cows are tasty, and I'm going to eat them. And I'm sorry that there are people that are disconnected from their food. I understand what the process is like. When one of my earliest memories from childhood was helping my stepmother's dad, uh, you know, butcher, well, slaughter and butcher pigs. I, I was like 5, 6 years old, and I know where meat comes from. I'm a hunter. I'm not a very good one, but I'm a hunter, and yeah. But yeah, you're right. The dumb people are the ones that become famous. Well, that's because they do what they're told. If you have somebody who has some talent and they're not too bright, they're the best kind for people to just like run their lives. Um, I mean, you look at the number of artists, like musicians, for instance, that have had producers and managers just absolutely wrong side. Oh, had an ash or something on my shoulder, but have just absolutely ruined the financial existence of certain artists or whatever. And it's because they're not very smart people, or they're just unhinged. That's the other thing. Really smart or really creative people, a lot of times are really just not, they're off the rockers and can be easily influenced. But I mean, take a look at that face. Does that does that appear to be the face of somebody who really just really ought to be talking to people about what they ought to do or not do. I mean, yeah, that might be just an unfortunate snapshot, but there's nothing behind those eyes, man. Yeah, that's right, Ash. There's nothing in that head. It's just some cobwebs and maybe an echo or two. Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, so yeah, anyway. I actually went through um and bookmarked a few things to uh to show you guys because we got some good ones. We got some good ones in here. We'll try to get some of these queued up here. So here's a little karmic retribution for you, right? Here's a good one. I love these. So got this lady, I think. We should make assumptions, but we've got this person who has obviously been shopping and looks as though their intention is to steal that buggy there. So shall we watch this?
Never shall we die, hoist the colors
That's what you get. That is what you get. Yeah. Took it right out. Took it right out after that. Dumbass. People who I hate a thief. I really do. That's one of the worst things in the world. I'd rather have somebody kick my ass than steal something from me. I really, really would. I hope that cost a lot of money, and I hope that that person has a really high deductible. In that, wait a minute, was that a? Wait, hold on. We gotta. Um, is that? I'm trying to figure out what car that is. Is that a Volkswagen or is that a BMW? I think that's a BMW. Yep. Yeah, look there. I'm pretty sure. Let's zoom on it. I don't know. What do you think, Ash? You think that's a Beamer? I'm not sure. Can't really tell. I'm not a car guy, right? So I can't tell if it's really kind of grainy. It's real hard to tell. But it looks like it's a BMW, and that makes it even funnier because uh, don't be stealing. Don't be stealing. Bad stuff should happen to you if you're going to thieve. I'm gonna mute these videos. I got a strike against my YouTube channel because I had had some audio from one of these videos that I was playing. The one that I had with the guy or the car that was getting in front of the big truck to make him get out of the way so people could pass. And there was that song, Hero song in yeah. So I got nailed on that one. I had to take it out. It's okay though. It's not the end of the world. You guys saw it when it was live. So anyway, here's another great one. So this woman uh, is at an airport. She had bought herself, it looks like maybe a bottle of Patron. I'm not a tequila guy. I've quickly becoming figuring out that I'm not much of an anything guy. Apparently, it's not bourbon, and so, but she decides that she's going to chug said bottle because she can't bring it on the plane. So I've seen this happen with beers. I saw a guy walk up to board a plane with two beers, one in each hand, and the you know the woman, they're saying it's not Don Julio. That's a square bottle. But yeah, no bourbon, cigars, and AI. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know much of anything else. Um, but yeah, so I get this, and I'll go on with my story. As you can see, she is not going to feel good later. I don't think that's a Don Julio. I think that's Patron. which means that's why she's drinking it, is because it's an expensive bottle. Oh, yeah, that seems like a bad plan. Son of a, you can see the look on her face too when she puts it down, she swallows. It's like, oh, she makes the face. Yeah. I'm gonna go on and say that she probably didn't make the whole flight without barfing. I can't maybe she's just finishing it off. Hopefully, it was just a little bit left in the bottle, and she's not drinking the whole bottle, because I don't know of anybody that can just, like, guzzle a whole bottle of tequila and not vomit, like, violently. That's funny, you know? So I was talking about, I had a guy that was, that had came up to board the plane, and I think he was in first class. He was, way ahead of me, and I board pretty early. I travel a lot. So I'm usually in, like, group 2, and it's first class, group 1 usually go ahead of me. This guy walks up, beer in each hand, and the woman there is like, "You can't take those on the plane. You've got to throw them away or do something with them." And he just pitches both of them back right there on the spot and hands her the cups. It's like, gets on the plane. I was like, well, that's one way to do it. But yeah, I guarantee you she did not have a good day. Oh, oh man. I'm going to get onto a rant here for a second. So, I don't who's idiot. I don't know. This looks like a screen. Let me see. Let me check this first. Yeah, that's just a screenshot of an idiot article. I wouldn't have put them up either there. But National Association for Gun Rights put a shot of this headline: the U.S. reinstates a gun show loophole amid rollback of firearms restrictions. It's like, there is no such thing as a gun show loophole. It's a private sale between two citizens. It's 100% legal, how has always been legal, and it doesn't have to happen at a gun show. I don't know why they keep saying that. It's like, just because somebody happens to sell, as a private seller, sell a gun to another private individual at a gun show, that doesn't mean it's a loophole at the gun show. So, yeah, I you I've said it multiple times. I am a Second Amendment absolutist, and yeah, because buzzwords, it's just like all the other stupid ones, like assault weapon, and things that don't exist that they create. My favorite now is they're calling Glocks assault pistols and stuff. What the look? If you have let's say a 9 iron, right? And you assault someone with it, it's an assault 9 iron, right? Doesn't matter what it is. A baseball bat, if you assault somebody with it, then it's an assault baseball bat. Otherwise, it's just a baseball bat. Fully semi-auto. Yeah, the guy with the fully semi-automatic. Yeah, is there a semi-automatic? I I don't know what that means, because it's not real. But I saw that, I was like, yeah, there's a good opportunity for me to rant a little bit. Speaking oh, these I like to I'll zoom in on these so you guys can see them. But uh people putting dumb things. All right, look. Here's a lesson for the ladies out there in how men think. And I'll bring this up here, and I'm going to make the assumption that this is real. Um, so, young lady says, there was a guy from Twitter who used to send me flowers weekly for a while. We met in real life for the first time and went to dinner about a month ago. After that, he asked me out again. I thanked him and was honest that I didn't think we'd be compatible long term and shouldn't continue. He hasn't sent me flowers once since then. It's always good to have an opportunity to see someone's true character when they don't think they're going to get what they want from you anymore. Like someone who was genuinely invested in your happiness would have kept sending flowers. Okay, look. That guy's not invested in your happiness, first of all, right? He might have been interested in you as a person. Maybe he thought you were pretty. Maybe he thought you were an interesting person that he might want to get to know. Maybe he just wanted to bang you. And that's not the point. The whole point is you turned him down and then got upset when he gave up on it. Look, the life is not a romantic movie. People watch too much television and too many movies. That's not how the real world works. If you tell somebody you're not interested in them, then they will go away. We've all been trained. Every one of us guys has been trained our entire lives at this point. No means no, and that's it, right? So we're not going to just keep insisting on that. That you're being a pest at that point, Tony Gonzalez, right? We're not going to do that. Good guys will say, "Okay, well, I respect you and I'm going to leave you alone because that's what you asked me to do." Don't get mad when somebody does exactly what you've asked them to do. It's but yeah, it's infuriating. It's like you see the videos of the women who get all dressed up in their little workout outfit and they've got their little sports bra and their little you know booty pants on and they go out into public and they're like, "Why aren't guys approaching me?" Because you've trained us not to do it. It's like you call men creeps for even looking at you in public or approaching you and talking to you. Ew, go away. And then now, when you're out actually looking for somebody to ask you out, nobody's doing it. Why? Because you trained them not to do it. We pay attention. Guys aren't stupid. As much as everybody likes to think they are, as much as they put out on TV. You ever notice that the men on most TV shows are fat, oafish, stupid guys, and their wives are always really pretty and smart. Yeah. So now I've ranted about that. I love finding ranty things. Speaking of I got a saw a post today that I found to be interesting. So the Oscars, everybody loves the Oscars and everybody thinks that the Oscars are wonderful, right? Don't we all? You can't look anywhere in there anymore without seeing some. Yeah, that's absolutely right. You can't. I go to a private gym. I'm glad of it. There are very few women that go to that. It's not a public place, and I mean, and the problem is most gyms are completely covered in mirrors. You literally cannot look any direction without being able to see everything in the entire gym. And yeah, I, I'm not gonna talk about what people should or shouldn't wear to the gym, but I'm gonna say that's like you can't. I have this thing where I'll just stare off into space a lot of times, and if I happen to be looking somebody's direction as I'm wandering off in my mind someplace, it's not my fault. And I don't know how many times I've had somebody say, "Why are you staring at me?" It's like I'm not staring at you. I'm looking through you and staring off into space. I've done it since I was a kid. They used to call it daydreaming. I don't know what the hell it is now. I just follow the squirrel and off I go. Um, but Oscars has announced that AI performances and AI written screenplays won't be eligible for nominations. I don't know why that's a big deal to say that, but apparently it's there was an AI version of Val Kilmer that was unveiled, recreating the Top Gun guy. You know, so using his personal archives, I've got an AI trained voice of mine that I use because I have a tendency to stumble and stutter a little bit. And so what I did is I trained an AI on the audio from my recordings for doing things like this, especially with the new mic, and it sounds exactly like me. The cadence is almost exactly the same, everything. The way that certain words and I can if I've trained it and if I need it to say something in a particular way, I can spell it out phonetically and make it say what I want it to say. So when I do voiceovers on things, it may not be me doing it because I want to get it done in one take or maybe two takes. So I'll work on it ahead of time and then have it just read the script out. So yeah, a lot of times if you hear me talking, if you're not seeing me do it, it's probably not even me. Yeah, I could have it stream for me. That's the funny thing is like I could train it to do this entire thing, but it wouldn't be interactive. Not yet anyway. I'm almost certain that I covered this. exact thing one time earlier in a stream that I did where we're gonna have we're gonna have this happen. We're gonna have actors, we have actors who have sold the rights to their voices. We've forever got Darth Vader. That voice is gonna be that's just that's the way it is. It was one of those things that I said about Paul Harvey one time, in a stream, that there was so much because he was so he wasn't monotonous, but he sounded the same and said things in a certain way for so long, they could actually take examples of every word that he had ever said and piece them together back before AI existed and create any kind of content they wanted to with his voice because he always said things that he was very oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent. That's the word. So this is something we're going to see a lot more of. We will eventually get to the point where we have entirely generated AI characters, people, actors that never existed in real life, that are only going to exist because of computers. And at some point, actors probably won't have jobs. This is one of those areas where people will probably end up not having jobs because you have the Screen Actors Guild and all these unions and crap that people have to put up with, and you have to deal with all these ridiculous requirements. It's like I've got to have like 5 bottles of Dom or Cristal, and I've got my my hotel room has to be 76 degrees, and the temperature. I mean the humidity has to be such. Yeah, nobody wants to deal with these prima donna assholes. So it's kind of like how they do. So they're doing an animated, and this is a different thing entirely, but they're doing an animated series of um, wow. I keep wanting to say Serenity, and it's not it. Why did I lose the name of that show? What? All right, then you got to take my nerd card away. Um, wow, what the hell? Come on, Ash. Firefly. Thank you. God, I need your brain sometimes. Mine just wanders around. I've got 16 different things going on in front of me in my screen, and I cannot concentrate. I lose entire things all the time. But yeah, they're doing an animated series of Firefly now, and mostly that's because they had some people who died, who passed away, some actors that passed away, and then most of the actors aged out of the roles, but they want to still use their voices. I can see why they do that, but what they could be doing is doing a live action AI and just have voice actors act out the other, or take the clips from all of the other uh, shows and the films and stuff and use those. Now they would have to work out the legality of that because you have people's for actual people who lived, um, they have family and whatnot who might. Thanks, Hash. I appreciate you letting me use your brain. But yeah, some of these actors, real people, have people who wouldn't like allow who have the rights to their um their work and things of that nature, who people get paid the royalties for their work, um that would want something out of that. And I can't say that I blame them for that. I don't say that we don't pay people for the work that they've done, or give them their due for things that they've done, right? That's fine. That's fine. But if it's a completely generated like person, it's not a real person, there's nobody to pay except for the people that ran the computers. So hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure I got my next thing queued up here. I Man, the AirPod in the ear was perfect. So I don't know how old this is, and I try to give some of the people some of the credit for the things that they post on here. So I try to keep their names and stuff. There's some of these things are old, and I think I've seen this one before. Um, But yeah, this is a traffic stops.
Okay, I tell you what. I was gonna give you a written warning for the license plate. I'm not even gonna do that. I don't want that to show.
Yeah. Jeez. I don't think he's gonna have to give them anything. I don't think that there's any written anything he's gonna have to give anybody in that car. I don't know. I don't think that there's any, but he got thrown. Holy cow. Did you see my shin? I did not see your shin, Billy. Why would I see your shin? Did you post a picture of your shin someplace that I should have seen? I'm confused. But yeah, man, I don't know if that guy can take it up. He's moving. He's not dead. I bet you he's in some pretty serious pain. He bounced pretty hard. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Billy, on Twitter. No, I never saw your shin on Twitter. What did you do to your shin? Billy. You're going to make me have to go find it? I can't find it. I don't know, dude, man. I don't see it. I don't know. There's so much stuff that happens on X. I mean, Billie Eilish is saying stupid shit. You know, women are drinking bottles of tequila. Things happen. Things happen. Oh man. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but hold on, let me I gotta listen to make sure that they're so dig this out. Stabbing. It was April 30th. That's 2 days ago.
Stabbing here at Foss High School,
posted.
apparently stemming from a fight. Officers arrived. They found 4 students hurt, a security guard hurt as well. And they tell me they're working to determine if all of them were stabbed or if perhaps they were hurt in some other way, maybe by falling or something along those lines. That's just not clear right now. So they tell us that everyone who has been hurt, of those 5 victims, were taken to the stabbing here at Foss High School,
So
apparently stemming from a...
Anyway, there was a stabbing at that high school. I don't understand. It's like this is going to continue to happen. This is one of those things everybody think. Oh, you don't hear anybody go, you know, hashtag it's the knives. Not here, not yet. They do that in the UK and places like that. But again, with the assaulting stuff, it's like you assault somebody with something. It's not an assault knife. It's just a knife, and the assault is an action. It's a verb. It's something that you do. Oh, man. Need more security. Need more security. So I don't know if you guys remember the lady I was talking about on Thursday that killed her children. So she was sentenced to life, actually, 2 consecutive life sentences for killing the Lisa Snyder, killing her 2 children, her 8-year-old son and her 4-year-old daughter, who they were both taken off life support. They were, I believe, both brain dead. This is her here, but I showed a video of her being let off in cuffs, and yeah, it's messed up. That's I hope she gets what's coming to her. I really do. That I know I don't have to tell you guys. Everybody that probably watches this feels the same way about stuff like that. Eh, there's just nothing. Yeah, we wouldn't have this happen if Mr. Chippy was president. This would not be happening. So, man, I am campaigning for Mr. Chippy. Mr. Chippy does need to be. Oh, Billy, this one. What did you do, Billy? Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Everybody, look at Billy's leg. Billy, what did you do? How did you do this? Man, you you're about as bad as I am. Holy crap. That looks like you found a trailer hitch with a lot of force. Is that what you did? That's what it looks like to me. Somebody was walking behind a truck and didn't realize there was a hitch. It looks like it hurts. Yeah, man, damn. No, I have not seen that. I don't know how 14s don't get complacent no matter what. Gravity. Well, did you fall down? I wasn't reading what you wrote. I just looked at the picture immediately. Yeah, that looks like it's smart to touch. 7 hours ago, did that happen? Was that today? Fell in a hole on a boat. Man, I did almost that exact same thing. Um, when I was younger, I was walking backwards. I don't know that you were walking backwards, but I was walking backwards, and there was about a 21, 22 inch drop that I stepped off of, and I hit my left shin on the edge of that, and it really hurt. But I didn't see a rip in my pants, and I was like, okay, I think I'll be all right. And then a little bit later, my boot started getting all squishy, and I pulled my pants leg up, and my sock was all bloody, and I was like, "What the holy hell?" So I looked up at my shin, and I took a big hunk of meat off the edge of my shin bone, right on there's no muscle there. It's just bone and skin. Peeled that right off of there, and I don't know if it was just like pinched because of but there was no cut in my pants. But yeah, I ended up having to go bandage that up and finish out the shift because at one point we were men and we just worked through that shit. That's just the way things used to be 30 some odd years ago. But no, I hadn't seen that post, and it looks like it smarts, and I hope that you heal up. I hope your hip's okay too, man. Oh man. That's good grief. Oh, in shorts. I bet it bled really good. Did it bleed a lot? Sometimes if it those things usually tend to. It looked pretty rough, a little jagged. Those tend to bleed pretty good. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through that. I know how that feels. I know exactly how that shit feels, and it sucks. Oh, nothing like no idea. So you don't know if it bled or not. Well, at least you weren't out really far away and couldn't get any kind of medical help. There is always that, but usually, that's why you carry first aid kits when you go out on a boat. I mean, if you were, I don't know, you drove. Well, yeah, of course you did. You drove to the ER. I've done the exact same things. I ended up with a nail in my leg a few years ago, and I drove myself, just wrapped it up, and went on and went to the ER. Sometimes I don't even go to the ER. It's like I should have glued that one myself. Um, got 2 stitches on that little deal, and it was this getting the stitches out was worse than the cut that I got because they tied them too tight. Ooh. Oh, so 7 o'clock. I'm going to stick around here until 8. Generally, JD Delay decides he's going to do his live streams. He does them starting at 6 Pacific. So I'm sticking around until he starts his, and then I'll hop off of there and watch his stream. But now watch out, Ash. I'm gonna use my segues. Are you prepared? Are you ready? The stupid segues. All right, first it's time for our history segment. Let's dumb segue in 3, 2, 1.
Lame history today.
Yes, lame history. So obviously I do this thing every time, whether or not people like it, I don't care because I enjoy history, and it is what it is. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that one looked like it was too much to glue. 1194, King Richard the First, Richard the Lionheart, was granted Portsmouth its first royal charter, establishing it as a key naval and trading port. Could have given, look, give me time. In 1497, explorer John Cabot departed Bristol, England, on a voyage searching for new lands across the Atlantic. He would reach Newfoundland later that year. Not sure if he's the one who named it Newfoundland. 1536, Anne Boleyn, second wife of King Henry VIII, was arrested and taken to the Tower of London on charges of adultery, incest, and treason, and was executed 19 days later. So what was it? There's a little way of trying to, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. I think that was the little thing for saying how Henry VIII's wives. So yeah. In 1670, King Charles II of England was granted a permanent royal charter to the Hudson Bay Company, giving it monopoly on the fur trade in what is much of what is now Canada. The fur trade thing, man, apparently, so you all see the top hats. It was a big deal. The beaver felt hats was all the rage. And man, those Canadians, they had a lot of beaver. (1719), Daniel Defoe's classic novel Robinson Crusoe was published in London, becoming one of the earliest English novels and inspiring countless adventure stories. Jack Mandeville did a story or a video about the man that was essentially based off of. Go check his stuff out. I'm a fan of his. In 1808, the Peninsular War began in Spain as uprising against Napoleonic French occupation erupted, marking the start of widespread resistance across the Iberian Peninsula. I've been doing so well with not stumbling. It's so. Let's see. In 1933, the first modern all-star game in Major League Baseball was proposed by Chicago Tribune sports editor Arch Ward. That's sports. 1945, the Battle of Berlin effectively ended as Soviet forces captured the city. This, along with other surrenders, marked the collapse of Nazi Germany in Europe. Probably had a lot to do with the fact that Hitler killed himself like a coward. Just saying. 1952, the first commercial jet airliner service began in the, I can't pronounce that, de Havilland Comet, maybe, carrying passengers from London to Johannesburg. And in 2011, U.S. Navy SEALs conducted a raid in Abbottabad, Pakistan, killing Osama bin Laden, allegedly. I wasn't there, and there's no body. Surely it happened. I don't know. Say May 2nd falls on a Saturday. It's observed a National Explosive Ordnance Disposal Day. I didn't know that was today. Look at that. Learning things all the time. Join Hands Day. Free Comic Book Day. I did not get my free comic book. National Truffle Day. Neat. Mike Vining Day. Is it Mike Vine? Oh, EOT. Okay, I got you. International Harry Potter Day. I'm not even going to get started on. I'm not doing it. All I'm going to say is there's a lot of AI content around the new series. It's funny. Watch it. Don't be uptight. The AI content, not the series. I'm probably not going to watch that. Let's see. Oh, Baby Day. Oh, here's a good one for you. It's Brothers and Sisters Day. That's just weird. Childhood Stroke Awareness Day and National Play Outside Day. Play outside. Touch grass, people. Touch grass. Man. That was an interesting mix of things in my lame history. And yes, I may redo these segues because I'm trying it out, trying things. I'm learning. But now it's time for our stupid current events. So yes, I understand there's no talking. Right? I know there's no talking in that one. Are we talking about the cow again? No. So this is a problem with this damn thing. I've got to get this AI trained better because we talked about the cow. We talked about the chameleon. Oh, come on. Seriously? Give me a new list for today, you dirty slut. I love Grok, but sometimes Grok is a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I made sure that I got a list with some links so I can actually check some of these things out. I hope that I'm going to be able to. Let me double check this real quick because that would be cool. Oh, so yeah, there we go. So there was a ash devil. I know of an ash devil working on his air conditioner right now. Spotted during a Southern California wildfire. And they captured footage of it. There's a column of ash, embers, and debris. Like a dust devil, but an ash devil. So yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. I don't have video of it, but I do have a picture. So here's a picture of it. It would have been a lot cooler to see the here. Just pretend that this is the ash devil swirling. Whoosh. I don't know. It's supposed to be video, but didn't happen. Everybody's heard Spirit Airlines is shut down after 34 years of operation. Thank you, Elizabeth Warren, and many, many other idiots who blocked a merger because they said that would cause prices to go up because of lack of competition. And you know what happened? Spirit's closing down and it's going to cause lack of competition. Weird how shit like that goes on. It's almost like we shouldn't have old, out of touch assholes in government screwing around with shit. Boomers. KFC Canada and Colonel Sanders cruised Toronto in a Spiceman truck. I'm going to bet that Colonel Sanders didn't cruise anywhere unless they dug him up. Promotional stunt teased a May 4th drop. Speaking of drops, did you guys hear? I don't know if they put it out for the public yet, but all of us subscribers, if you keep an eye out, drinkechelon.com, there's a new release. We're all excited. I'm excited. Um, I mean, I've already got some of it. It's the renamed release of the Armed Golfer, the tea and lemonade, Arnold Palmer stuff. And what the hell did they call it? It has a name, and it's not OSCAR. Hold on a second. Did he shoot anyone? No, he didn't, because he's dead. He's not the double tap. That's it. Bam. They've released. Thank you, man. You are on fire today, Ash. On fire. But I'm wanting to say that it's not currently available to anybody except for the people who are yeah, it's not. They don't have it available to anybody except for the folks who are already subscribers. Those folks get the first shot at it. That's one of the reasons why being a subscriber to their drinks is a good thing to do. So, you know what? Be a subscriber. Go and subscribe. Get you some drinks. They'll ship them to you pretty much what like you want. Every 28 days is generally what it is. I have multiple subscriptions, two to be exact. I have the non-spicy, performance energy and the hydrations and whatnot. Those come on one shipment, and then I have pre-workout that comes in another shipment. The pre-workout shipment I have will ship out in 5 days, and I've got 2 cases of that coming. So, hey, I'm glad to have it. I may mess around and have a can of the Armed Golfer, because now I know that I'm not going to be out of it. The can that's behind me on my left side, I keep pointing with that hand, but the can that's back right there is actually empty. I drank it the other day, and I just decided to stick it over there because why not? I've got my little unsub shrine going on over there. But yeah, good stuff. Have I brought it up today? You guys can clip this if you want to, but I'll probably do it. I want another spicy flavor. I want a strawberry pineapple spicy flavor. Ash, I think you said poblano because, alliteration is fun. But I really don't care. Scotch bonnet would be fine. As long as they throw some capsaicin in there, I don't give a shit. I love the spicy stuff, man. Love it. Love it. Yuzu cayenne is the best flavor. It's the best. I don't do a good Trump impression, so I'm not going to try. But yeah. So that's my little pitch on that entire thing. Oh, where the hell did this happen? A man discovered a snake in his toilet just as he was about to use it. Reptile appeared ready to strike. In the viral clip. There's a viral clip? Come on, please tell me there's a viral clip. Let us see. Oh, nah, come on. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. Look here. He got hold of the snake. I don't know that that's the same snake, but it's a floor toilet. So I think we know that that's not necessarily in this. It's not in this part of the world here. I don't know what kind of snake that is, but it looks angry. Very angry snake. Yeah. It's not something you're going to have to deal with in most parts around of this part of the country anyway. The nope rope. Yeah, absolutely. Man, Ethan, has the old dookie sack going on with his nuts. This is worse. This is worse than that. I don't know. Well, we got a video of that. That's everybody's worst nightmare. Just about to use the toilet and snakes in there. Apparently, multiple animals escaped from the Louisville Zoo that was caught on video. Let's see. There's supposed to be an Instagram reel on that. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Why? Play you. Damn it, Instagram. Let's try a reload. That's why I don't pull this up on the screen until this is ready to go. Huh. Not gonna do it. That's unfortunate. Foil surfer was chased by a great white shark in a heart-pounding close call with. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Let me get this queued back up. Hold on. Damn you. Stupid Instagram. Dig this. Look right behind. When this guy gets out of the way, you can look at that. Oh, oh man, that's messed up. Whoa. That dude, you better get going, buddy. Damn, it's behind you. See, that right there is why I don't go in the ocean. That'd be a big negative, Goat Rider. God dang, man. That's jacked up. And cue the music. Donna. And he doesn't even know at this point. He has no idea what's going on. There's a shark, there's a big ass shark behind him. Jeez. Man, I'm so glad that I started asking for links to all this shit. I still don't have that the video of the barn or the zoo escape. 7 I don't care. A heartwarming tale of 7 stolen dogs escaping captivity in China. I don't wait, what? That's different. So they're saying apparently Mexico City is sinking. Yeah, it's an AP report, so you know what? You never know if that's actually real or not. And of course, the link to the stupid thing doesn't actually go. See, they want you to subscribe. I should just tell it to never include AP links. Let's see, strange detail. What? So apparently there's a strange thing about 2026 going viral, saying social media posts highlighting eerie cultural and political parallels to 2006. That's not something I've heard before. Two short blots of text, blah, blah, blah. Similar cultural and political markers. I don't understand why. War in the Middle East. Miley Cyrus. I don't know how. What about Miley Cyrus? Is there? Oh, Miley Cyrus is returning to her roots as Hannah Montana. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't keep up with Miley Cyrus. I don't give a shit. And apparently, there's another Devil Wears Prada movie coming out. They're making a sequel to it. Okay, whoop de doo. That's not news. So anyway, that's the stupid news. That was a mostly dumb, except for the shark and the damn snake. Yeah, cool. Man, that shark shit, man, that was something else. Ah, be damned. Go out in the damn. Oh. You don't have a fancy corn cob holder like me, Ash. I saw your post. Yeah. You know what? I've got more of them. Let's see. Look, you too can, or you can own a whole bunch of cigar holders, just like, so you can order them and have whole sets for years. You lose one, drop one, break one. Yeah, guess what? You get another one. I've got a whole bunch of those things sitting here. So, for those of you, for those of you who don't know what the holy hell to which I am referring, uh, Ash, I hope that you're not upset about me sharing this very, very public thing. Yours built into your cutter, right? Yeah, well, yeah. So what? But this is what I'm talking about. Ash's very dirty man who does actual work for a job, fingernails. But yeah, no, I don't have mine built into my cutter. I have these, and I've got one that I keep in my travel humidor. That's a single. I used to use it out here all the time, but my cutter's a standalone Calibri cutter. I V cut all my cigars. You look like you've got a punch for yours, and then of course there's my handy dandy Calibri table lighter that I keep out here on my desk, because I'm bougie like that. It's my wife buys me gifts. I think I was talking about this. You guys saw, she's got this ashtray she gave me that looks like a top hat. Well, I can't keep this in frame, but it's blue. That's kind of neat. And then she gave me another one over here that's it's for cigar for like pipes and stuff. It's got, and the little cork thing in the middle is just that's what you tap your pipe on to put it out. So she's my little enabler. I do such healthy things for myself, smoking cigars and drinking bourbon. We've gone and bought glasses that I don't use because I use a Yeti in like antique stores and stuff. But I've got a lot of rocks glasses that I never actually utilize. But I like my Yeti because it keeps my bourbon cold. I like my bourbon cold. I don't like it room temperature. I want to put it on ice, let the ice melt a little bit, and you can always tell when my ice is all gone because it doesn't make noise when I'm drinking it. Oh, so you guys think that Trout's gonna like his episode? I wonder if he's seen it yet. It just so happened I was going through all my tabs to see if there was anything that I'd forgotten to cover. I'm pretty sure I covered almost. Oh, I have one more. I have another airplane related airport story. So I was on my way back from Charleston, and I get on the plane, and I had to change my flights because my travel plans changed, right? So I had to change flights, and I ended up sitting. I don't fly first class. Let me get this. If I happen to get bumped to first, that's great, but I don't fly first class. I fly economy just like every other human being, that works for a living does. And because I had to change my travel arrangements twice, I was actually going to go to Memphis through DFW through Dallas, but there was a big storm in Dallas, and and there was some plane maintenance that had to go on, so I was going to miss my connecting flight, and so I got on the app and rerouted my travel, and went from Charleston to Charlotte, and then to Memphis. So I get on the flight. Uh, one of the planes, and I'm sitting in the 22nd row, and this was my second one, so it was the one between Charlotte and Memphis, and I'd been traveling since I got up at like 5 a.m. Eastern that morning, and I was a little grumpy, and been sitting in airports and everything, and get on the plane, and this man and woman, and I'm assuming he was like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old, little boy. They're in the row behind me, and I've got an annoying ass man and wife sitting next to me Uh, I don't okay, look, I don't know what it is with people's incessant need to fill all of the space with talking. You don't Me and my wife can go on a trip and we can spend hours sitting next to each other and not speak a word and it's fine, right? You don't have to talk the entire time. You don't. And so I've got the cutesy couple sitting next to me, and the woman, the wife, is just yammering on nonstop. And I put my AirPods in and put them on the noise canceling because I'm hoping that I was trying to finish up the end of the Warrior's Garden, right? I'm trying to finish this book. I was intent on finishing it off, and I like to read and be left alone. And normally people will just, if they see you put headphones and your AirPods in, they'll leave you alone. But now these people next to me had to just she had to just talk and talk and talk and talk. She kept saying that her husband was an asshole. It's like, I'm sorry you have to sit next to him. He's an asshole. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, is like, no, you are, because you won't shut up. Then I've got the lady behind me who's obviously sitting scrolling through social media, showing it to her kid to keep him entertained because that's her job, is to keep him entertained. And the entire time she's like, "Oh, gosh, little Timmy, look at Uncle Rico. Look at his hair. This is why we have to get you haircuts." And it's like she's just verbally explaining every picture. The kid's not blind. He can see plainly what the hell he's looking at. But for some reason or another, she thought that the rest of the plane needed narration for whatever it was that she was looking at. She did it the whole like 2 hours we were on the plane. Oh God. I People get on airplanes for some reason and think that everybody else needs to be subjected to their bullshit. And I just want to keep to myself, read my fucking book, and be left alone. And this is why I sit at the front of the plane. I'm just saying. I, I will book two rows behind the bulkhead every time. So it's like 2 rows behind first is where I usually sit, and it's usually quiet up there. So I did not get to do anything in Charleston other than work. I went and ate at Poe's Tavern down by the um, fuck. We talked about this Thursday on one of the islands on there. I had a pretty decent little burger. I didn't get to eat any seafood. We kept getting suckered into eating at burger joints. Yeah, Sullivan Island. So I didn't get any good seafood. We were going to come back and eat seafood, but the people that we were there, the place where I was at work doing my stuff, uh, we told them we were going to take them out to dinner, and I don't know if they're just cheap or what, but or maybe they didn't catch the point that they weren't paying for it, and we had to go. And yes, yeah, it's named after Edgar. He's actually, his face is on the sign, but yeah, it's named after Edgar Allan Poe, which I thought was kind of neat. And it was really bad. So the weather was kind of crappy. It was cold. It was like 62, 63 degrees that day, and the guy that I travel with decided we wanted to sit on the porch and eat outside. And I had just gotten a haircut. My back of my freaking head was just getting, oh, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, I enjoyed the food. Don't get me wrong. It was a damn good burger. But see, there I went. I talked too long and spun out. So, but yeah, Sullivan Island's nice. I think it's only a couple hundred yards from the um, yes, he was, and we talked about the pale blue eye. Was it the pale blue eye? Isn't that the name of the? I think it was a mini series or a movie. I can't remember which that they did about when he was in the was it in the was it when he was stationed? He was in the military. But yeah, I did not get to go to Fort Sumter or any of that stuff because I got this thing. I like to visit places if I get an opportunity to. When When I was in Decatur, I went to the old state bank. It wasn't the first time I've been to that bank. It's the only reason I knew about it is because there used to be a hotel right next door to it, and they've since changed that into a retirement community. But I actually stayed right there next door to it. I did a little video on it, took a lot of pictures, and I had planned on doing video this time, but I just didn't get an opportunity to. I'm going to Dallas Monday, and I've already done the whole. I've already been to Dealey Plaza and all that. I'm not doing that again. I will say, I think I could make that shot with my rifle. I don't think I could make it with a Carcano. I don't think I could make. I don't think I could hit him twice with a Carcano. It's a really neat thing to go down there and do that. I don't know how they've released all. I think they've released all that stuff, right? They hadn't at the time that I was down there. Buddy of mine and I were on a business trip down there and had to go because we both like guns and shooting and stuff. And they've got X's on the road where the car was, and you can stand in the window next to the one that they said that Lee Harvey Oswald was in. But very, very interesting to say the least. I don't know how you would have another shooter on the grassy knoll. There's really not much of a place for somebody to be and not be seen. Because there's like a foot and a half, maybe 18-inch tall little like wall there. I mean, you could have somebody lay there, but it was plain ass daylight. But what is it? There was a mini series that came out a while in 2016. So was it 11/22/63? Isn't that the date that JFK was shot? I'm wanting to say that is. Yeah. Oh, it was by Stephen King. I did not know that it was by Stephen King. That's a freak. Anyway, they did a mini series, and it's somebody time travels to try and stop the Kennedy assassination, and it's interesting. There's some significant issues with it, but time travel is always one of those things. It's a paradox, and nobody ever deals with it correctly, which is one of those things why I think time travel doesn't exist, is because they mentioned the butterfly effect in that miniseries. The problem is you don't know what you're changing when you change things. So, and the other thing is, it's like they didn't, like, you would change something, and what if you change something that ended your existence? Would you? I mean, you just disappear. I don't know. It's a kind of a goofy thing. There was another time travel seems to be one of those things that's coming out a lot. Vince Vaughn, there's a Vince Vaughn movie where I'll have to go look it up. Oh man, I can't with the not remembering. What the hell was the name of that damn film? Damn. What? Where in the hell is this actor? Oh, Mike and Nick and Alice. That was the name of it. And it deals with time travel. It's brand new. It was just released this year. And yeah, like here's a still from it. But it's It's an interesting. It's a very interesting movie. Also, I like movies about time travel. I like weird shit though. I'm just an odd person, I guess. Man, Ash, did you see that the Brian Johnson made another post about the Kate's vagina? It's oh, this guy. Let's see, what was it? The biohacker. Did you see that? You didn't see that? So where is it? Lord, he's talking about a sperm count. It's just always something with this dude. Started milking my eyelids. What the fuck? This dude is constant vomiting of dumb shit. But this is the one that started everything, right? This post right here, where he's talking about the top 1% of all vaginas, her microbiome report. And then he came out with another thing about let's see if I can find that one. I cannot. Talking about his vaccines. Man, he's got this whole thing where he's talking about oral sex with women and what to do, how, when to brush your teeth and don't brush your teeth. And this whole thing, it's like, man, could you take something that and just make it less fun? Just like make it clinical. It's not fun at all. Somebody was posting, is like, man, you've got to be really fun at parties. And I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure he doesn't get invited to parties. He just doesn't. Oh, of course, Kate came in and had to Kate, his girlfriend, had to come in and talk. Anyway, yeah, and then we had the whole the guy with JP Morgan, and I'm pretty sure that came out, that turned out to be he was lying his ass off. But the fish head wife and the cannons thing has become a whole thing. Ash, was that you? No, it was I think it was somebody else that's been posting the AI generated pictures of women with a fish head and cannons on her chest. It's been repeated things, and I think it's X the is it I got to be able to find it. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. Oh, I wasn't prepared to talk about this one. What? Don't know how to use Come on, man, Ash. I can teach you. Oh no. See, again with the, okay, hold on a second. Let me get this one queued up, because this is, again, don't be fucking around with sharks. Let me make sure that nobody says anything stupid or has any music. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hey, I don't know if these are there's some sharks, but it looks like there's nurse sharks here. But look, watch this shit.
Go.
Might be some carpet. but I think there was at least 1 or 2 sharks.
Go.
And then I can see there's like that appears to be a shark. It might be like a ghost shark or something like that, or a lemon shark. But whatever it was apparently not dangerous enough for his buddy to worry about, because that thing yanked his ass, just yoinked him right off into the water. Hand lining, brilliant plan. Today is fish day, apparently. It's like the stuff's listening to me, and it's feeding me up some oh. Oh, the slaps. Okay. I got to zoom in on this stuff so I don't get a bunch of garbage in here. But here, the slap fighting stuff. This is one of my favorite things to watch. That sounded like
That's
a
a good slap. Sounded great. I mean, Dempster takes it no problem, smiles immediately, wags the finger, but it was a good start. Landed.
Somebody was celebrating too early. Oh.
Seeing stars. Trying to get to her feet. Headbutts the table. And then
Rock
sits
that
down.
head. You deserved it. I love it when people celebrate early. It almost always turns out to have been a mistake. It's just, if you ever find yourself in a little slap fight, don't celebrate if you're the first person to be slapping. I am really trying hard to find one of these pictures. Fight in a Cheesecake Factory. I'm not playing that. Not doing it. Oh man, I will talk you. So you guys, anybody that's old enough to remember, when I was a kid, Airwolf. I never watched Blue Thunder, but Airwolf was just the coolest thing ever when I was a kid. I thought Airwolf was it, and that's when I got man, what the hell was his name? That's when I got introduced to Ernest Borgnine. All these people that know him from SpongeBob. That dude was like in his 90s, I think, when he was doing was it Barnacle Boy? I think he was doing the voice for that in SpongeBob. This is where I got introduced to Ernest Borgnine back in the 80s, and I thought Airwolf was the coolest thing in the world as like a preteen boy. And I caught it on a streaming service, and I started watching it. It is the lamest shit I've ever seen. It's so lame. It's like, oh man. You should check that out, Airwolf. I'm certain. So they had a guy on there that looked like Panama Jack in the first episode. So this guy steals the Airwolf. So it's supposed to have like these jet thrusters on the back, and it's supposed to be able to fly like Mach something or another. And knowing how helicopters work, it would rip the rotors off. You can't fly a helicopter you can't. I don't care what you're going to do, man. It's got a spinning rotor on top. That's one of the reasons why helicopters can only go so fast, is because the rotors cause so much resistance. And anyway, Airwolf was a cool thing. I think it's a Bell. I want to say it's a Bell helicopter. I don't know the model. I'm not a helicopter guy. Don't give me the line. But the Stringfellow Hawk was the name of the guy who was the pilot. That is the lamest damn name I've ever seen. Come on, Stringfellow Hawk. That doesn't even sound cool. But in the 80s, it was the shit. Oh. But I was watching. I got through about an episode and a half, and I was like, "This is so stupid. I cannot watch this." And it was a really cool thing because they would have that helicopter do like uh wasn't a barrel roll. They'd do a loop or something like that. And it's like sort of like a half loop. And you can do that with a helicopter if you know what you're up to, but I still haven't found one of the fish. I will find one. Oh, Elizabeth Warren's an idiot. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Who's looking for the Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight? Well, you got your money on. I think Gina's going to kick the shit out of her. I don't know if it's a real fight, but I mean, come on. Gina Carano's big. She's a lot bigger than Ronda Rousey is. I just want to find one of the damn fish pictures. I've got one. Hope Gina wipes the floor. And you know what? Travis isn't here, and you know, I brought up the Ronda Rousey, Billie Eilish thing, and this thing that Travis shared is actually a thing from Patriotic Peach. I'm gonna have to go on and play this because you know what? Why not? She makes all the points I was trying to make earlier. So we'll just let her talk.
I'm gonna use Billie Eilish's same logic against her, but first watch this.
What's one hill you'd die on? Y'all not gonna like me for this one. Eating meat is inherently wrong. And then the other thing is, two things cannot coincide. I love animals. I love all animals so much, and I eat meat. You can't do both. Sorry.
All right, rapid fire round. You ready? You can't be the party of human rights and support abortion. You can't hate the police and call them when you need them. You can't push for the ban on guns and then have a security team full of them. Can't demand wide open borders and lock your own doors at night. You can't love the planet and fly private jets to climate conferences. You can't champion women's rights and erase women's sports and private spaces. You can't preach tolerance and cancel everyone who disagrees. You can't fight for equality and demand special treatment based on race and identity. You can't scream my body, my choice and then force vaccines and masks on everyone. Can't be anti-fascist while using fascist tactics to silence dissent. You can't preach body positivity and promote surgeries that mutilate healthy body parts. You can't say you hate the rich and then charge $500 for concert tickets and merch. You see where this is going, Billy? The two cannot coincide.
Yep. So I think she did a much better job than I was trying to make. But that was the thing. I couldn't find that. I couldn't think of where that I had seen that, and then I ran across it trying to scroll and find the fish thing. I really, really, really want to find that. Come on, it's got to be any time now. Any time. I love that you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just Spaceball. It was Spaceball. I know it was him. I know it was him. It had to have been him. Spaceball's the X account. Surely it was him, or it was Second Amendment. You gotta know that some of the people that it wasn't him. It wasn't Spaceball's the X account. It was Second Amendment. I know it was. I was so sure before. Well, maybe I was incorrect. You know, I'm just going to give it up. If you see it, one of the things, Ash, we brought this up. Look at that, Mr. Chippy for president. Come on, who's with me? Can I get some support? I made an X post about this. I don't know why it chose to 2022, but what the holy hell is that behind the tire? What is that? That's just a weird. What is that? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, Mr. Chippy, president. Yeah, JD DeLay is his VP. You know what? You have to get some. You have to get some stuff changed one way or another for JD to be his to be vice president, because you can't get into a constitutional crisis with a guy who can't be president. I think I may be wrong on that. I may be completely wrong. All right, I'm gonna have to ask Grok about it. Gonna have to ask Grok. Can a felon be vice president? Question mark. Well, so yes, a convicted felon can legally be vice president of the United States. So the requirements is natural born U.S. citizen. Let's not just at least 35 years old, which is why Brandon Herrera can't be, because you got to be set up to be president. And resident of the United States for at least 14 years. So there's no mention of criminal convictions, felonies, or criminal record as disqualification. There's no felony bar in the Constitution for members of Congress either, apparently. There's a 14th Amendment exception. Mr. Chippy would just have to pardon him. That's true. That's true. Mr. Chippy could pardon him, and then he could be, that'd solve that problem. So, JD, if you happen to see this, if Mr. Chippy runs for president, you can run as vice president on the same ticket as Mr. Chippy, and many of us would support you. Because, that's what they deserve. The people deserve Mr. Chippy. Well, certain people deserve Mr. Chippy, and others deserve him in different ways. But, yeah, for sure. Well, it's 7:52, and it's about time for me to wrap it up. I think I've meandered around long enough and got about 8 minutes before JD is going to be on, and I'm gonna hop off of here and then spam his chat because it's fun. Having two JDs in the same place at the same time, it's crazy. So I'm glad we cleared up that JD DeLay can run for vice president and then could also be a president. So, yeah, cool things. Ash, appreciate you being on and being my brain when I can't think of stuff. It's a low bar, I know, to work as my brain, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And I don't believe I will have a Thursday stream. I don't know if I think I will not be. I likely won't be back in time. Let me double check. I may be wrong. Me just make sure real quick before I lie, say that I won't be here. Let's see. Well, we might have ourselves a Thursday. I'm supposed to be back sometime around 3 p.m. Thursday. And so if I get back to the house in time, hopefully I'll have had time to compile a couple, 2 or 3 things to talk about. Thursday nights are often a very dull, boring stream. I don't tend to rant so much. It's probably because of the lack of bourbon on those nights. I don't spend a lot of time imbibing on Thursdays because I don't want to have to feel bad when I get up and go to work on a Friday. And I also don't sit out and do this for until like late at night on a weekday. So you'll be in Chattanooga next Saturday. Well, hey, you know what? I hope you have a lot of fun when you go to Chattanooga. Um, and I'll be sad to not have you around to do my thinking for me. And I'll work on my segues a little bit, maybe as time permits. Um, Next Wednesday's episode, we'll go back to the regularly scheduled Brandon Herrera episodes. We're gonna have to think of somebody else to do a special on. I don't know who it's gonna be. Um, we'll see. Maybe a follow up JD delay. Who knows? I don't know. But um, I appreciate you guys coming. Billy, I hope your leg feels better. Um, and if I see you Thursday, I see you. If I don't, I don't. But as